Okay. I'm hoping people are already reading me. There's often a little bit delay there. Is anybody up there? I'm not seeing anything yet. Just getting things together, folks. God rest ye, merry gentlemen. Okay. Who all sang, those merry gentlemen did, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my dearest Kimberly. Happy birthday
Michael.
to you.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
Oh my goodness.
I wish you wouldn't have done that.
I wish you wouldn't have done that.
No.
Well, you knew the man you were marrying, didn't
Nobody
you?
is supposed to think I ever have a birthday.
Oh, yes.
You know us
She's beyond
women.
birthdays, folks.
Yep, I hope so. That's for youngsters,
That's for youngsters. I outgrew birthdays 2 or 3 decades ago, darling. Oh,
Yeah.
man. Hey, everybody, I'm Michael Noland. Tonight is Tribal Forum. Where are we on this thing? 96? Tribal Forum number 96, where we're going to be talking about the big 4 events of 2025 in rock and roll. The biggest rock events of the year 2025. Now, I'm going to be going over a list here that has identified these rock events, 2 of which I agree with thoroughly. Okay, I have no problem with them. And 2, not so much. Not so much. I have some criticisms of them. And what I want to hear from you folks in the peanut gallery tonight is whether, first of all, do you agree with these 4 events being the biggest rock events of 2025? Or do you feel that you have 4 others that you might want to put out there? Or do you agree with part of the list, but you'd take 1 or 2, perhaps 3 off? Let me know in the comments. And Kimberly, if you could be looking for responses to those questions on who all the tribe thinks, or what all the tribe thinks are the top 4 rock events of 2025. If you would do that, I'd appreciate it.
And report back to you, huh?
Report back to me, darling.
Yeah.
You know, we'll give access to those comments. Now, I wanted to let everybody know, a lot of you may have been expecting, I thought this was supposed to be the greatest rock Christmas songs episode, and you wouldn't be wrong, except the more I thought about it, and the more I was getting to the research of it, I thought, yeah, on Sundays I have a limited time, right? So I go about an hour and 15 minutes, but on Wednesdays I can go over if needed, and I thought that would be a better place to discuss rock's greatest Christmas songs, and on top of that, it's even closer, as Doc Insomnia brought out, to Christmas. So maybe it's a little more appropriate for Wednesday, and I hope to see all of you there on Wednesday. Now, after this show, the reason I couldn't handle such a load tonight is I go until about 6 o'clock, 6:15 on the outside, and then I tear down the equipment in front of me, put up new equipment in front of me, and show up on the Four Horsemen, my good buddy Royce Eddings channel tonight. You know who we're going to be talking about over there, baby?
Who?
We're going to be talking about some long-haired leaping gnome.
Eric Burden?
See? She got it right away. Some long-haired leaping gnome.
Oh,
my kind of guy.
Eric Burden.
My kind of guy. Long-haired leaping gnome.
Great.
Are you kidding me?
He's great.
Yeah, he is.
One of the.
As a matter of fact, I'd rank him higher than. Don't worry, Royce. I'll still my tongue, brother. But I want everybody to join me over there after. He starts his stream at 6:30. I end around 6 to 6:15-ish. And folks, it's going to be a great stream tonight. We're going to talk about the incomparable Eric Burden. and I'm sure Eric Burden and the animals and war will enter into that discussion tonight. Okay, so before we get started, this won't take but a tick. I did want to give apologies to Gear Jam, first of all, who gave us 2 free memberships, and I put it on another person, and then I asked Kimberly, and she said, no, that was Gear Jam that did that. Sorry, brother. I appreciate it, and I corrected that on my latest video. I hope everybody's able to go over and see that, where we're talking about the Blind Faith infamous rock cover of their initial and only album. And we talk about that whole discussion. And stay to the end, because I give my whole synopsis on why I think it's a big to-do about nothing, okay? And I've gotten more comments than I have thumbs up on that video, baby. First time that's ever happened. More comments than thumbs up.
Wow, that's
Isn't that
great.
something? Oh, an incredible amount of comments. Okay, so, and then to Joseph Blue. Joseph, you came in at the last second, right? And so you didn't register with them, and then you clicked in 2 days later. I don't know why and how the algorithm determines that and everything, but I also corrected you. You got your shout out on the discussion on blind faith. I did want to go over here, and of course my screenshots wouldn't be up, even though I just put them up. These are the folks who gave us super thanks on our last stream. I always give a shout out, one final shout out to all of you. Of course, these are the people who give regular super thanks. I want you to keep in mind, Gear Jam gave us bought 2 memberships and gifted them to you folks, right? And I've got a ton of stuff over there. I've been more active on the memberships channel in the last week than I have been on my regular channel. Although I came at the last second, I hit at least a single and a double, right? By including my latest 2 videos, so I kind of made up for it. But again, Joseph Blue, thank you so much for swinging the deuce hammer. $2 super thanks, that's what we call it on the $2 super thanks. People don't realize you get enough of those, and it more than makes up for some of the larger donations the channel gets, and we appreciate each and every one of them. It doesn't matter the amount, folks, at all. Deuces Wild came in, he was in twice with 2 $5 super thanks. Ben Scheidecker, I saw you out there, Ben, with a $10 super thanks. Storm Cop, my old buddy, all right, James, and the week before he gave us a $50 super thanks, and then he followed that up with $20 super thanks. Oh gosh, James,
Yeah.
thank you so much. And my good buddy Royce came in with a $20 super thanks. Told you to only take a tick. Trying to get to the meat of the subject soon. Royce told me I'd be better off doing that, and I agree with him. What's that, baby?
Welcome. Rockin' Robin Bird just came into Tribal Elder.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, did you just join? Because that's what this looks like. Yeah. Welcome, Robin. Got a ton of stuff over there you'll love, I think.
Rockin' Robin Bird. Woohoo.
Thank you so much, darling. I appreciate that. Let's see. We talked about how we're changing the stream. New members only videos. Very recent ones are out. I've got 3 or 4 just in the last week, 4 or 5 in the last 10 days. So there's a lot of stuff going on over there. Be on the lookout for trolls, of course. And for those of you who are complaining you're being unsubscribed, all I can say on my end, the only thing I can do is supply you a stream on consistent days, Sundays and Wednesdays at 5 p.m. PST. Check your local times accordingly and kind of make plans around that, and then double check to see if you're still subscribed and that your notification bell is hit at the same time. We are a nudge, a nidge, nay, a smidge away from getting 13 million views. We need another 30 some odd thousand views, and that happens very quickly here on the channel. I want to thank
Oh,
you.
my
That's what you
goodness.
guys have done that
Hun,
is amazing.
Storm Cop just came in.
Oh,
and
good
sent
to see him. He's
5 gift memberships.
oh my goodness.
Oh,
I thought-
Storm Cop, thank you so much.
You know what, baby?
He's always so generous,
Well,
so
he's been there-
supportive of this channel.
Well, he's the guy that started this whole thing
Oh,
about
my
being a
goodness.
Patreon to
Yeah.
an artist. Little old me.
I'm so glad
But-
Storm Cop's in.
Yeah, and he's been there from like the dead zero ground beginning, baby.
Yeah, I know.
He's the progenitor.
I know.
He's the Adam of my Eve.
Oh,
Oh, thank you so much. Folks, if you get a chance to grab these, I just told you what's over there. Grab it. Get a taste of what's going on, because that portion of this
Oh
channel
my
is
God.
growing.
Oh
Oh,
my-
Royce came in with
Royce
a $10
just came
super
in with the
thanks.
super thanks, and
Oh, and he is exercising the authority. See, here's what happens. When
Yeah.
you get over there and you become a member, you become a tribal elder and a tribal chieftain. As a tribal chieftain, he gets highlighted when he accesses that right, okay? So here's what he said, baby. He says, it's what I do.
it's what I do.
It's what I
It
do.
sure is.
And Royce says, Michael, keep up the good work, brother. No, thank you. And you too, Royce. And I can't wait to be talking with you on your wonderful show tonight.
And then Storm Cop has 19 months. Is that right? 19 months
yeah,
as a tribal chieftain.
yeah, he's...
Woohoo!
There's about 4 chieftains, 5 chieftains in there. They hit it right as I started
my
memberships.
goodness.
And they've been with me from the beginning. And you know who they are. But James is one of them. James is not only a tribal chieftain, but a tribal chieftain with grand seniority. And I have always appreciated you, buddy. I always have. All right, so let me see if that takes care of everything. On shorter nights, I don't go over tribal merch, but it's click the title of the video and the description box will come up and you can hit the tribal store. That way you get something back for you supporting the channel. All right, good enough with that. Okay, so let me make sure I just, hyping videos, one more thing. So many of you are hyping my videos and it has helped tremendously with views. That's one of the reasons why we are just, what do you call it? Just nudging up to 13 million views. I mean, it's a heartbeat away, folks. And that is a major thing. We've done that. I'd say 98%, 99% of those views came from videos I did from February 15th, 2022 until this day. So not even 4 years ago. Now, I'm not bragging. I started to say this and we had to answer a couple of super chats. I'm not bragging for myself, folks. Although, got to tell you, it's my channel. I'm kind of proud of that. I really am.
Yeah.
You know, not in a bodacious sort of prideful way, Kimba. But that was an inside joke to my wife.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyway,
Shame, shame.
yeah. She goes, you're such a beast. Shut thouest mouth knoweth.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh boy. But it is something you folks can brag about. You folks who have watched these videos on this channel, you're the ones that made that happen. All I do is make it, release it, send it to the, send it to the 4 winds and hope that something sticks. And you guys, I guess it stuck to you guys. All right, good. Which leads us to the list tonight, okay? And this comes from an article, UCR. Here he goes with the UCR article again, Mildred, right?
Did you just call me Mildred?
No. That was my alter ego talking to Mildred. They're somewhere down in the deep south, babe.
What year did you come from?
What year? 1955, the birth of
When
rock
was
and
the
roll.
last
The
time-
birth of Taekwondo.
Okay, when was the last time you heard the name Mildred
Mildred? Oh,
or
been
Hagrid?
a decade or four.
Mildred or Hagrid or,
Hagrid?
some grid.
Oh my goodness, Hagrid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mildred, Hagrid.
Makes me think of a Haagen-Dazs ice cream.
Yeah.
Hagrid and his Haagen-Dazs ice cream. Okay, so this is from UCR, and these are the four events that they have given the status of the big four events of the year, or should I say, the big four rock events of the year 2025. Here's how they describe their choosing and how they came up with this list. The big four classic rock acts of 2025 proved the genre still has a long life. Not sure I agree with them on that. And millions of fans who will support it to the ends of the earth. It was another busy year for classic rockers, with many of the group genre's biggest names mounting blockbuster tours. AC/DC, Guns N' Roses, Guns N' Roses, and Iron Maiden packed stadiums around the globe and reaffirmed their status as some of the genre's biggest and most electrifying bands. Now, I have covered in this past year that not all those shows were blockbuster sold out shows. Almost every band was kind of inflicted with light sales this year, and we've discussed that in the past, but we'll go with what they're saying here. It says, meanwhile, veteran artists like Cheap Trick, Alice Cooper, and Ringo Starr released strong new records that bolstered their legacies and gave them more fuel to keep touring digitally. Well, maybe they toured digitally too. We at UCR, our collective hats, we're all thrown into the ring together to those artists and thank them for their service. Still, it took something or a combination of things a little more spectacular for a classic rock artist to make the big four of 2025. And if I can remember, I want to keep in mind Alice Cooper here. Somebody remind me. Okay? So how did we pick the big four classic rock acts of 2025? As you will see in our list, the big four classic rock acts of 2025 earned points for the sheer magnitude and unlikeliness of their achievements. You mean like Alice Cooper, the original Alice Cooper? The original members, every single damned one of them, despite the fact that one of them is dead, managed to put out an album, not only an album, but a top grade freaking masterpiece. It is an Alice Cooper record. That doesn't count as a sheer magnitude moment? Well, we'll see if Alice made their list or not. Two of our picks released new or previously unheard music that was brilliant. No grading on a curve required. Two others mounted live performances that were years, if not decades, in the making, giving them the opportunity to bask in their own successes and bring closure to fans who longed for their return to the stage. Okay? Our picks will make perfect sense to some of you. Others might find them confounding or infuriating. I kind of found it that.
Caitlin said it is a damn masterpiece, Michael. I agree.
Yes, thank you, Caitlin. I agree with you too. Let's see. But these artists' ability to generate spirited discourse on such a large scale is further proof of their ongoing relevancy, and looming legacy. Now they don't order these in order. They just give you the big four, okay? But if I were to order these in order of importance, they got it right. Their first one is the least important. Their second, the second least important. Their third is the second most important in my eyes, and their fourth is the most important, or will be once I'm done with this list, okay? So their first one up to bat, here's what they say, Oasis. Did you hear that, baby?
What was that, hon? Sorry.
I think that was the sound of a pin dropping.
Ooh,
Pretty sure.
I think you're right.
No, seriously. You know what? I did several videos when it was announced they were going to tour. I did several videos concerning the plight of and the debacle of ticket prices surrounding the Oasis tour. As a matter of fact, let me get to that screen and remind you folks of what I've covered in the past here. Okay, so Ticketmaster faced major criticism over Oasis reunion show tour ticket sales for a lack of transparency in pricing, particularly regarding the tiered standing tickets and platinum seats, leading to a UK CMA investigation that resulted in Ticketmaster agreeing to significant changes in how it informs customers about pricing structures. Okay, tiered pricing, ticket confusion, fans and queues weren't told that cheaper standing tickets would sell out, leaving only so much more expensive ones available. Misleading platform tickets. Platinum tickets were sold at much higher rates without clear explanation of added benefits. Okay, dynamic pricing allegations. Many fans believe Ticketmaster used algorithms to raise prices in real time. I covered all this stuff. Okay? All right, and consumer exploitation, the long waits, sudden price hikes, and perceived lack of choice left many fans feeling exploited, fueling broader concerns about Ticketmaster's market dominance and customer service. Cost of high price tickets are one of the top 10 evil do not ever do's of this channel. You know, they're in the top 10, right? Okay, so they did the investigation. Ticketmaster committed to telling fans 24 hours in advance about tiered pricing, providing more info on price during queues, reluctantly, I might add, using clearer labels, avoiding misleading platinum terms. Oasis's stand stated that they did not agree to dynamic pricing, while Ticketmaster clarified prices didn't change in real time, blaming human decisions on tiered price. It's not us, it's you. And that means you. Anybody out there that went and paid these absolutely ridiculous prices to see this band. And the band, now this is my opinion, and I know a lot of you disagree with me. I am an Oasis fan to a limited degree. I absolutely adore their first two albums. Their third album is fine. It's good. I was expecting, okay, that's one of the lackadaisical. They'll be careful with the next. And to me, and I know by a lot of your responses when I've covered this band in the past, the very few that would view these videos agree with me that their albums after the third album, and some of you even say the third album, declined in quality, thoughtfulness, and really offering us anything new. If it offered us something new, then the pop power that Oasis always had wasn't quite there. The brothers are known to squabble. There's been a couple of incidents at their shows, and I gotta know, Folks, do you agree with this as being one of the top 4 events? I don't. You know, this whole thing has been such a debacle. And you want to know who had place in place of this? How about Alice Cooper? All right. They say the magnificence of it. This is same old, what they're offering us. Same old prices, same old crappy Ticketmaster to deal with, same old artists saying, well, we didn't agree to that, same old double-tongued response from Ticketmaster, and yet we've got the original Alice Cooper, even with Glenn on one track. Okay? A magnificent album. Alice Cooper, the band, not Alice Cooper, the performer. And he's doing one-off shows here and there. I just wish they would tour. Okay? I just wish the Alice Cooper. Now, of course, that would be 4 out of 5 members. But, man, 4 out of 5 members out of an original band these days is like royalty, purple in the blood. You are born to the freaking cloth. And they pick Oasis. What do you guys think about that? Anybody saying anything about Oasis, baby?
Yeah, don't much care about Oasis. That's Vake.
All right.
Grin hard.
Anybody standing up for them? I always encourage the other side of the coin here. So.
Well, nope.
Okay.
Well,
keep your eyes peeled because
Caitlin says she likes only one Oasis song.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so
Champagne Supernova.
Probably.
Would that be it, Caitlin? Wonderwall?
Yeah, and same Joseph Fitzharris says only really like a handful of Oasis songs.
Yeah. And that's what I got from a lot of my viewers.
And Stormcop emphatically, nope, never.
Stormcop, you are a man after my own heart.
I know, huh?
Why don't we elope to leave the wives behind?
Hey.
He goes, hey,
wait a minute.
That's far too personal, buddy. Okay, so I would say that's their 4th position. You know, they're working up to the grand finale here. Let me see if that works out that way.
Caitlin said, by the way.
What's that?
Caitlin said the one Oasis song is Wonder Whale.
Wonderwall,
excuse me.
Wonderwall.
Yeah, by the way.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I like Champagne Supernova a whole lot too.
Yeah.
I like a lot of their stuff on their albums. Their first 2 albums were gold.
But Alice Cooper.
3rd one was slight let down, but still pretty damn good.
Yeah.
And then everything after that just kind of declined for me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And
Dr. Insomnia says he likes the first 2 albums okay, but nothing to get excited about.
Right. And I know I'm a rarity because people who like their first 2 albums but think they digress, most of them say they started digressing with the 3rd album. I would have to agree as far as not quite as good as those first 2, but it's not the digression that would happen immediately after. But I certainly wouldn't argue with him on that point of view. I think that's very valid.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2 up. Where are we on time here? Yeah, we're doing good. Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
Now, here's what they say. You would have had to go through 2025 blindfolded not to see Bruce Springsteen. The boss was everywhere this year, from stadium stages to turntables to the silver screen. In July, Springsteen wrapped a massive year-long world tour that once again found him and the E Street Band selling out stadiums around the globe. He also released Tracks 2, the Lost albums, a mammoth box set comprising 7 unreleased albums and 83 songs. Now, I don't have access to that, so I can't comment on that. I'm not going to go out and buy it unless I could hear it, and I haven't heard anything from it yet. Okay, but here's one I was impressed with. He also included the mythical Electric Nebraska. I may break down and actually buy a new Springsteen album. shit. I swore I wasn't going to do that anymore. But that's my favorite Springsteen. Well, no, second favorite Springsteen album. I have to give Born in the USA. That's his
Yeah.
masterpiece. But the starkness of this just sings to my soul, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. This got me back into recording after I had already quit playing music back in the day. And around 1982 is when I bought a machine very similar. He had the TAC to record. And the problem with that machine, the reason I was going to go down and buy a TAC, just like Bruce had, man. Right? Because I wanted to do 4-track recording on this high-speed cassette deck that he recorded the album on. And so I went down and I realized, wait a minute, when you record on those old TACs, you could record tracks 1 and 3 together, 2 and 4, and you could bounce 2 and 4 over to 1 and 3 and do things like that. That's very limited. I bought the Fostex version, the original, not the pieces of shit that came out later. This thing was a monster, big sweeping VU meters and everything. And you could record a track on one, record a guitar on track 1, bass on track 2, drums on track 3, mix those, bounce them to track 4, and you've got 3 tracks available. So it had more capabilities than that machine, but both machines were excellent at that time. And he put out that album, and he kind of got me back into music. And I really started following. I was resentful of him because he got all that magazine coverage, and all I was hearing was, "Come on, born to run," and he sounded constipated. And I go, "Nah, I don't like that guy," right? Then I started hearing him later, right?
Yeah.
So this list I'm uneasily for the electric, if it's good, yeah, that'd be a notch in there for him being chosen. As far as Nebraska, that's a major release, and it has alternative versions on it. Yeah, that's okay, but it's still just a release of older material. And when you come to think of it, so is the Lost Albums. Yeah, baby.
Oh, I was just saying that. Yeah, his politics suck, though.
Okay, and then there's that.
That's what Doc Insomnia said.
Right. So they're saying this is the greatest rock event. Okay, so the man and filling stadiums. Filling stadiums' ears with more preaching sometimes than actual music.
Yeah, you can keep politics out of music.
Yeah, I just didn't like the way he'd sit on the stage like Uncle Bob. I'm just an average American.
Average American.
As billionaires go.
Yeah.
And I don't care. I don't care if he preached my exact same freaking politics. Keep it out of there, man.
That's right.
Keep it out of there. So that's a problem.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm uneasy with this one. And that movie, the movie. You mean the movie that nobody came to watch? Is that the movie you're talking about? Yeah. The movie that everybody says it's a bore until you get to the last, 20 minutes? Is that the movie you're talking about? Is that the movie that makes him one of the big 4 events of 2025? I want to hear from you guys. I'm going to leave this space blank. Babe?
Yes.
The event these guys cover that aren't one of these 4 events. So far, Springsteen.
Yeah.
I've already replaced Oasis, so I don't need any help from the tribe there. But what event could we replace Bruce Springsteen with here? That's the tribe's assignment for tonight. All right? Now, you can't get my next 2, so because it is on the list and I concur. This is the second greatest event of classic rock in 2025. Robert Plant.
Robert Plant, yeah.
Robert Plant.
All the way.
My favorite singer of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Despite any freaking genre.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. What
The
a
same
singer.
man who has, to a greater degree, lost his voice, and somehow, despite that, and despite the malarkey that's coming out of McCartney's voice
Yeah,
these
he's
days.
still singing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just showed Kimberly NPR. I know. I had. It's it's this thing. Watch Robert Plant in a tiny desk concert, or have to endure watching an NPR show. But I digress. Anyway,
Yeah.
fabulous. And I explained to Kimberly, I go, see them singing in. They're not singing into a PA. Those mics were
Aw,
plugged
huh.
straight into a mixer, as those mic'd guitars and everything else were. Yeah, baby.
Dawson Walters says this stream is the biggest event of
Oh,
2025. Oh, Dawson, you're
well,
so sweet.
since that comes from one of the four horsemen, I that must be true.
Oh.
Well, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, folks. Okay?
Yeah.
So here's why they chose him. And keep in mind, he made Album of the Year, according to UCR. So he was set up by them anyway. But I concurred with them. He made Album of the Year for me, Dream Theater's Parasomnia, #2. And I haven't given the rest of my rankings yet. That'll be later on in the year. But #3, Pink Floyd at Pompeii. All right, and I've got reasons why I chose each and every one of those. So here's what they say about Robert. After touring with Saving Grace Band for 6 years, Robert Plant finally committed their sound to record with 2025 Saving Grace. To nobody's surprise, it was another artistic triumph, as the former Led Zeppelin singer deftly blended Americana roots with a European aesthetic. European. I don't hear European unless you're talking about the European influences of Appalachian music. What do you guys think? Do you hear a purely European approach here, or European approach as it came through the Appalachian Mountains and a lot of the bluegrass and shit that came out of there? What do you guys think? Huh?
Yeah.
That's a
what do
good
you
question.
guys think?
The album proves the 77-year-old Plant to be one of the few artists of his vintage who refuses, I love this, to rest on his laurels. UCR's Michael Gallucci wrote, by looking to the past again, Plant continues to secure his ever-evolving legacy. He's the one man that's doing it now. He is evolving his legacy. Remember when we were talking about Rush touring and this new Anika Niles, right? On drums. If they did it right, they could enhance their legacy. As Robert Plant enhances his legacy, he also enhances Led Zeppelin's legacy, in my opinion. Plant continued to reaffirm his legacy on the album's supporting tour, performing an electrifying blend of solo tunes, traditional staples, and reimagined Led Zeppelin classics. Thank you, Robert. He even made a stop at NPR's Tiny Desk, the hippest concert platform du jour. My ass. 6 decades into his career, Plant remains as relevant and vital as ever. That's why he should be on this list. I totally concur with everything they just said here, except for NPR Tiny Desk being the concert platform du jour. Digit, maybe, but yeah. But, it was through NPR I discovered Greta Van Fleet. They did a Tiny Desk.
Yeah. I personally like Greta Van
Yeah,
Fleet too.
Me too. Yeah, as a matter, I think they're fantastic.
Amazing singing.
Right.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, this would have been my event of the year. But there is one event that far outweighs even the original Alice Cooper getting together, making a new album, and 4/5 of them touring out there. More important than Robert Plant and his enduring legacy because this whole event cemented. See, Robert's still cementing
Yeah.
his legacy.
Yeah.
But what's happening here is Ozzy Osbourne at Back to the Beginning, and you called
Oh,
it, Robin,
yeah.
Rockin'
Yeah.
Robin.
Yep.
Back to the
Agreed.
Beginning concert. First of all, the concert was amazing. I didn't like all the acts, but most of them I
Ozzy
liked.
went out with a bang.
And even the acts I didn't like, they all sounded good as per their genre and sound and style.
Yeah.
Everybody was at the top of their game. Steven Tyler absolutely stole the
Oh,
show
Steven Tyler was great.
for
I
his
mean,
vocal performance, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
And of course, this all culminated, to Ozzy Osbourne and Black Sabbath taking the stage. We all know Royce Eddings and I from the Four Horsemen covered this. I covered it on my. As a matter of fact, during those couple of months, Royce and I were going back and forth. Ozzy Osbourne. I do one, he'd do one. I do one. Then he'd do a stream I was on. We cover Ozzy Osbourne.
Yep.
I've covered Ozzy Osbourne on my stream here. It was the biggest stream I ever got. 9,000 views.
Dr. Insomnia agrees. He says, Ozzy, Ozzy,
Yes,
Ozzy.
Doc. Abso-freaking-lutely.
Yeah.
And Royce and I supposed, remember, folks, you guys were here. Will he be able to make it?
Yeah.
Can he even walk? I just watched an old stream.
He almost got up and walked. Yeah.
Yeah, I just watched an old stream of me and Royce talking about that.
Yeah.
And Royce is going, I heard he can't walk. And I said, I read he can't walk.
Yeah.
So because he had done his video on it, and then I came with a video the next day, but I had newer information than Royce. So people were ping-ponging back and forth between our channels to get their Black Sabbath news, right?
Yeah.
So, and everybody knew that both Royce and I are major Black Sabbath fans, primarily, and Royce has always been a major Ozzy Osbourne fan for his solo career, and when Patient Number 9 came out, I finally joined the club, right?
Yeah.
I always thought his solo stuff was a little too canned and everything, but then I got him. I finally got him, and who knows, there may even be hope for me to like different incarnations of Black Sabbath other than Bill Ward, Geezer Butler, Tony Iommi, and Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
So this old dog is capable of learning a new trick or two. So anyway, we're major fans of this guy, right? And we knew what he was facing. Some of it, we did entire streams where the main theme was, will he even freaking show up?
Yeah, and that throne, like Dark Insomnia says, he had a cool-looking throne instead of a wheelchair.
Yep, and we were following that story, weren't we? Right from the outset, Royce, where they were talking about doing a flying throne. I think he was so far gone, that idea went out the window. That might have flown, but they're going, now, what are we going to strap him in with shoulder straps and everything? There's no way, And now looking back on the show, we know Ozzy was, he was on his last legs. His vocal performance was superlative. Black Sabbath sounded great. It was the ultimate closer show for an already epic concert. As a matter of fact, Back to the Beginning may be the concert of the century so far, if you think about it. I can't think of another concert that would have been bigger since 2000, right?
Roy says you guys covered him a year earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Than the show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, very early. That's why so many people were coming over, because we were tied into that story.
And you know what? Dr. Insomnia says it all has three elements: the anticipation, the event itself, and the loss a couple of weeks later. Very well said, Dr. Insomnia.
I agree.
Totally.
Very well said.
Yeah.
And so let me let me kind of focus on what Doc just said. I mean, there was the anticipation. The last time these guys toured, there was no Bill Ward, right? This was a chance to finally do it right. Plus, Ozzy had fans from outside of heavy metal, outside of his music career. He had taken on, he was the Ozzy Nelson from Ozzy and Harriet of the 21st century. He was the new dad, rocker. Only with Ozzy, he was the dad of a rocker. Well, Ozzy was a dad rocker. Even common folk have nothing to do with heavy metal music or Black Sabbath or anything like that would tune in to his show. So he had become something different. Mine was everyone. Ozzy needs to be in the bleeming Walking Hall of Fame, and so people succumbed to her pressures and her keys to the Hollywood crowd and all that shit.
Yeah.
And he got in. Not that he didn't deserve to be in.
Yeah.
Okay. But you got to think about this. There a lot of pressure to make that happen. A lot of pressure to make this. I think Sharon, the family, and Ozzy knew he was sicker than most of us thought. And a lot of us, like Royce and I, were very concerned.
Yeah.
Then the happening. Oh my God, everybody stood up. I mean, you have Ozzy and Black Sabbath, they're pretty much best. I mean, maybe you could pick a performance when they were all a lot younger. His voice was slightly better, but he was fine. Everybody was fine. Yeah, and the fact that it was the last sayonara goodbye from Black Sabbath makes it even bigger, right?
Yeah.
What freaking band, all original band in 2025 came out and could even touch that shit, baby?
Well, Gear Jam says the only thing he can think to compete with BTTB was Live 8 in 2005 with reunited members of Pink Floyd, but Ozzy carried it like a champ.
Right. And that's a good, there you go. I like it when people push me. But here's my reasons why I wouldn't pick that. I think that Pink Floyd has done damage to their legacy since.
Yeah.
And so there's a slight stain on that. There's no stain on this concert.
No.
There's no stain.
Yeah.
There's no, even the bands I didn't like did great.
Yeah, and
That's just Michael not liking him.
Doc Insomnia says it was something like out of a Hollywood movie.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
Yeah. And then later you would see, all the bump ups, young
Yeah.
blood. Okay. All right. Well, maybe there was a slight, not even young blood could screw up that day.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Caitlin right now screaming at the walls at me. She loves young blood.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. He's a wannabe to me.
Yeah.
Purdy boy wannabe. But, there's a lot of you that like him, right? Yeah, a lot of you that like the new Aerosmith Youngblood thingy. I don't. And I'm a major Aerosmith fan. I think Steven Tyler could just do it fine on his own. Didn't need to hear the punk.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're done. It's accomplished. That was step 2. What was it? The aftermath.
Yeah.
We found out how sick he was. And then I've been reading stuff I haven't been covering lately. Evidently, hours before he died. See, he was also on this thing where he was doing rehabilitation, and he would work out a full hour, was it? And the last couple of days, he couldn't get past 20 minutes. And then he woke up Sharon in the middle of the night and said, "Hold me." And evidently, in a very scared tone.
Oh, my goodness.
Right? And passed away shortly after that.
Yeah.
So this is epic.
Roy said that...
That comes right out of a freaking movie, right?
Yeah, Roy says when Ozzy sang "Mama, I'm Coming Home," saw me crying and hugging, very emotional.
Right.
Very
A
emotional.
lot of people.
Mama, I'm coming
Yeah,
home.
it was great, Royce. It didn't
Yeah.
affect me that way, but once again, I'm getting back into his solo stuff. So give me a few, couple more months, and I'll be tearing up right next to you, brother. But it was great. Don't get me wrong. I
Yeah.
was more interested. All right, I want to hear Black Sabbath. I want to hear Sweet Leaf. I want to hear. That was my concern. Sabbath oriented.
Yeah.
The king of Sabbath has come back. It's Ozzy. The only way that Black Sabbath should be heard through the mouth of Ozzy, right? So
Yeah.
that was my focus. So, but it was a supreme. Royce and I also talked about this. He had remember. Okay, there's two concerts that I can remember this happening. Queen at Wembley. Freddie Mercury had that entire horde of humanity in his hands. They were like putty in his hands. Oh, hell, oh, hell, right? I mean, he had one of the grandest examples of a lead singer in absolute control of tens and tens and tens and tens of thousands in the audience. Same thing happened with Ozzy. Did you see the adoration on the crowd's face? They were in a state of freaking euphoria. But it wasn't just that. Look at the replays on this and look at Ozzy's face. He was adoring them back. They felt that. They poured their love out to him. He felt that. And he poured more love. Every expression. The man was in a state. And if you have to go
Yeah.
your own way, what a way to go. My God, epic. I mean, where's the freaking movie? I don't want to see Bruce Springsteen's freaking movie on Nebraska. It only ruined what Nebraska was for me anyway. I have this picture of him in some secluded little cabin out in the middle of the flatlands in Nebraska recording that fucker. I don't want to see it on that it was in his very expensive, I don't know. I just don't want to see it.
Yeah.
But I want to see this. I want to see this movie.
Gear Jam says that.
Oh, God, they'd get Youngblood to play him. Oh, fuck. No, never mind. Oh, God, what am I thinking? No. They'll get, you know what? There's my prediction. If they decide to do this film, Youngblood will play Ozzy. What do you think, Royce? I don't know if Royce likes Youngblood or not. Right? He's a lot. He'll give an artist a little time before he might make his mind up. I either totally love an artist right away or hate him right away. And Youngblood doesn't do me much good at all. All right, Kimberly, did anybody else come in with any ideas as to who could plug the fourth? Was there any new ones? This year that came out. I'm trying to think.
Well, Gear Jam says we should also remember Brian Wilson passing. Talk about an imprint on music.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally agree.
Yeah, and if he had been involved in a big event, like if he had released one last album, did one last show, I don't care if it was downtown Minneapolis at the Bar and Grill. I would say, yeah, drop that sucker right into the number 4 position, definitely, right? Season's greetings from Tokyo Record Style.
Yeah,
How you doing,
that.
Brian? Good to see you, brother. Zuma's Van, Gene Simmons as Ozzy. Would make that work? Or is that too comical? Well, I laughed. I did laugh. Let's see. Brandon 313. Okay. Youngblood is way overrated. Okay, good. He'll be forgotten in a few years / months.
Ooh, that
Right?
bites, huh?
Yeah. Well, he's got to find enough voice, but I don't. So plastique, man. He's like the heavy metal version of David Cassidy.
Oh, yeah,
You
I
know?
could see that.
Where's
Yeah.
the freaking puka shells? Well, I can't wear the puka shells because it gets in the way of the cross that Ozzy gave me. Oh boy, talk about that man is being groomed. So I agree with you. He probably should, Brandon, but he's got the power of Sharon. Think of the power she has. He's got the power of Steven Tyler. Think of all his ties and power he has to all these singing freaking shows, the interviews that both Tyler and Sharon. Yeah, no, he's got a lot of backing. I worry about him remaining. And who knows, maybe eventually he'll prove himself. I've changed my mind on instant disliked artists before. Not very often, though. There's just something about that cocky little ass of his. Jesus Christ. Evening, Michael and chat from Winslow Red Cross.
is in.
It's so good, if Winslow doesn't make the live stream, he's always great about making the replay. Like how Adam Lambert is definitely no Freddie Mercury. Yeah. Don't get me started with that. Queen quit being Queen the day Freddie Mercury died. You can't replace him. You can't replace him, and they didn't even try. They just got people to sing. I mean, one of my favorite singers, probably my second favorite singer in rock, Paul Rogers, and I bought that CD, played it for about 3 or 4 months, and never played it again. If I want those songs, I want to hear Freddie. I don't want to hear Freddie singing Can't Get Enough, or the song Bad Company. Even though I'm sure he could do a great rendition of it, as Paul Rogers did of some of Queen's songs. Not always, though.
Oh, Paul Rogers, yeah.
But Freddie had this pure, unadulterated voice. It was pure.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And for him just to get growl into it, you heard him. He had to really push that. Paul Rogers woke out of bed going,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
He's got that voice.
Well, I don't have. I'm preaching to the choir here, aren't I?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
love Paul Rogers' voice.
Yeah.
He's just got that
Right.
sexy. It just burns. So it's sex appeal in that voice.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Yeah.
And-
I'm just thinking, part of the problem why I can't think of a possible fourth, I was thinking about this before I even got on the stream.
Yeah.
Is, we're inundated with stories like Foreigner, who have
Foreigner,
about 5 lead singers now. And the latest story on that, I just can't bring myself to even make videos on them anymore, is that Lou Graham announced a bunch of new shows. Gee, I thought you were only going to be there for a heartbeat, Lou. Okay, same old, same old. And they'll have their 6th singer up any day now. And we're going to rotate these people. And we'll rotate pretty soon. We won't even have the people that have been there for the last 15, 16, 18 years or however long they're going to be there. They'll have their replacements. And that's another thing. People, I just did a video where, why didn't, and boy, a lot of you took offense. I had to delete a couple of comments. Why they were so nasty, darling. But when I said when Alan White of Yes died, why didn't they just get Carl Palmer from Emerson, Lake and Palmer, since he was with Asia with Steve Howe and Jeff Downs?
Yeah.
Sounded like a and it was just a video of a what if and an excuse for me to actually show you their first album that I had just picked up. So it was kind of like that. It was one of those what if episodes, and everybody took it to heart. Really, But if Yes would only forgive each other, make a contract they can all live with. Nobody's the boss. Or if Steve Howe just wants to remain the boss, then Steve Howe, you need to recollect your thoughts. There's got to be a way of getting a large contingency of former Yes people into this band and keep the current lineup. I like their first album. I had to defend that right and left because a lot of you think that the True album by John Anderson and the band Geeks is better than Yes. And I listened to them again this week. Mirror to the Sky is a masterpiece. And so is True. So I think just because it's only one member of a classic Yes lineup, right? Somehow they put. See, I was against them. I made videos against them. Don't like that lineup, you know. And then they put out "Mirror to the Sky." Then I listened to the album before that. I go, well, that weren't bad either, Edith.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for Kimberly to go, you don't know any Edith.
Well, you're coming up with these Mildred, Edith. Next, it's going to be Bertha.
Nah, not Bertha. Bertha let me down once. I can't mention her name anymore.
Oh,
Thomasita might be in there pretty quick.
Thomasita.
All right, folks. Oh, good Lord. We're up at the 6 o'clock hour. I enjoyed this. Thank you so much for those of us you who gave us super thanks. Thanks to each and every one of you who viewed this stream. It's what I do it for you. And I want to invite everybody for Wednesday's Christmas extravaganza, where we're going to be discussing rock's greatest Christmas songs. Now, I've got a couple of, I have a couple of, what would you say, contingencies for that. All right, I have a set of criteria, is what I should say. And we're going to cover two criterias. We're going to cover songs that they covered a little bit, but I'm really interested in songs that rockers have written and recorded that are considered Christmas songs. And all of you, please start giving me your suggestions because I've already got that thumbnail up. All right, it's the next live stream, except for Wednesday. And start typing them in. I'll take screenshots of your suggestions. I'll work them into the story, and we'll just have a great Christmas, early Christmas on Wednesday. Now, I don't know if I'll be streaming the following Wednesday. I'm tempted to. It's Christmas Eve. We might do a Christmas Eve. You guys let me know if you'd show up for something like that. You know, that's getting close to Christmas. Not a lot of streams on Christmas, I can guarantee you. But Christmas Eve, maybe. For a small, intimate show of you. If enough of you want that, I'll see if I can make that happen. All right, so I'm Michael Noland. Tonight is Tribal Forum number 95. Very loose tonight. I didn't have any notes. I had an article to share with you. Okay? And my thoughts off the cuff. I hope you enjoyed the show. I want to invite every single one of you to join me now in, 6:05 now? 25 minutes over at the Four Horsemen. Now, if you type in the Four Horsemen, you'll get a plethora of channels, and it's hard to describe his emblem. But go to my channel page. I have a featured channel on the home channel page, right? Go on down there, and Royce, the Four Horsemen are in there. Click on that. It'll take you right to his channel. Because I'm going to be on, I would imagine Dan and Chris Elliott will be on. Over there, Royce is Resurrection. I'm Warhorse. Dan is Conquest. Chris Elliott is Peace. And all I've got to say to that is peace out, folks. I hope you enjoyed the show, and I'll see you in about a half an hour. All right, folks. Good night. I got to get up and do this thing. I swear to God, Kimberly, I need a remote control.
Yeah.
Or do I have to complain to Edith?
Me first. Edith isn't going to work, honey.